Welcome everybody back to Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and I got one more practice game here for Dragonfall until I switch my list out. This is against Ian, who is bringing out his Cthulhu-themed Chaos Lizardman army, and I did switch out the squigs on this one because last couple games I've been playing with squigs, and I beefed up my trolls a little bit more, and I also got 3 chariots in right now, so that'll work. In the meantime. Here's a picture of the chariots. I do have one of them is Skarsnik and Gobla right now until I actually switch out the model for the actual chariot model that I'm working on at home. So yeah, 2 wolf chariots, 1 boar chariot. I got my unit of like 26 to 28 Savage Orc Biggins. I have 2 Doom Divers. I have my wolf pack with Gorbad Ironclaw leading the pack, and I also have Kabuto the Python in the unit with them. Um, I have right here my level 2 Lore of Undeath, and those are all just skeletons and Cryptors that he's pulling up behind him. And then I have my 6 Trolls and my 1 Goblin Hero on a wolf, or on a gigantic spider, excuse me. That is King Koopa. We rolled for a random game basically, and we got the what is it called, Battle for the Pass, which is basically the long way to play on the table. So as you can see, I don't have a picture of his army. He does have a Chimera right there, but basically he has on the left corner there, he has his Juggernauts or Skull Crushers. Right next to them he has his BSB, and then next to that he has his Chimera, and then he has a unit of Hounds, a unit of Hellstriders, and then on the other side he has more Hellstriders, his warrior block, his lord, his level 2 shaman, or whatever it is, wizard, sorcerer, and then more dogs. Um, I did, this is a picture more or less of how the deployment is working, and I did win first one on roll-off. Now, the one thing is, against Chaos, I do have the advantage of shooting and nuking before he gets closer to me, so I'm trying to take advantage of that. Uh, First thing I do, though, is I fail Animosity with Gorbad's unit. So I have to move up, declare charge if I have to, but I can't, so nothing really happens, and that's that. So I do move the chariots up around the flanks. I also move King Koopa over to the left side. Basically, he's more or less going to try to flank or be annoying, more or less. My dog's playing with a squeaky toy whenever I decide I want to make a video. Anyways, Magic Phase, I got 8 power dice. I didn't really move much else around just due to the fact that, like I said, I'm trying to take advantage of the nuking potential. First thing I do is I throw up a couple dice and a mushroom onto Gravecall, and I get up a unit of skeletons. Really, I'm trying to raise the token up on my level 2 because he actually has the Harbinger, and I want to call up a Terrorgeist. Over here, I throw up a couple, or the rest of my dice onto Foot of Gork, and I get it off double 6s. Go ahead and I smash this unit over here with his Warriors of Chaos, and it drifts off though, and it only clips like 4 guys, and out of the 4 guys, I think I only killed like 3. So that kind of sucks. I roll for 4, 5, or 6 to do it again. I get it again, and it drifts off this way now, and it does hit like his Lord and a couple other guys, but of course he ward saves them, and I only kill off 4 more guys. Roll for 4, 5, or 6 to do it again, and I get a 3. So 2 smashes, like 7 guys dead. That's not horrible. As for the miscast, it kills everybody in contact with him, so it basically killed off 2 of my Wolf Riders. Over here, Doom Divers are taking out the Skull Crushers. They end up killing off 1 whole Skull Crusher and doing 2 wounds to another. And then, as for over here, my Chariot ended up shooting at his Hellstriders and killed 1. And that is it. That is the end of my turn. It's going to be his turn. Chaos turn 1. Chaos turn 1. He's going to go ahead and charge his Hellstriders into my Chariot before I get the charge in. He's going to charge his other Hellstriders into this Chariot. And he connects in here. And he connects in here. He moves his dogs over here and coincidentally knocked over one of my skeletons. And he just basically put them there so that they could chaff them up and then also leave the savages out of moving up, more or less. and then he moved his all his other guys up forward, obviously, and he said advance and get to my side as fast as possible. So more or less, that's what happens here. Magic Face, he got 10 power dice. Holy shit! He only has 2 spells though, and one of them gives everybody a better toughness, and the other one gives everybody regen. So he goes ahead and he throws it up. I believe this is for um, regen, and I dispel it with my dispel scroll, and then he goes for toughness, and he gets it off, and I can't stop it. So he's gonna go ahead and do his attacks here. He ends up hurting the chariot 1 wound, and then over here he ended up killing off my other chariot over here, and that kind of sucks. He's gonna overrun, of course. It's gonna start off Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Guess what? I got a side charge here with my chariot to his Hellstriders, so that's gonna just fuck those guys up. I'm gonna charge the skeletons in. Fuck it, why not? And I'm gonna charge King Koopa into the Skull Crushers. I don't want to give them like their lances and all that extra bonus stuff, so I decided I'm going to preemptively charge them and see what he does. I mean, he has a great weapon. He's bound to do some damage. So this charge over here, I believe I connect in with everybody, to be honest. He's going to charge in. That's pretty auto in. These guys are in. I move the savages around like this. King Koopa gets in, and the chariot gets in. And as you can see, this is basically everybody else moving up. The trolls move up. Gorbat's kind of sitting back at the moment because Gorbat still has good opportunity to nuke everybody. He's on a hill, and Kabuto's with him, so Kabuto's just nuke everybody if he wants to. Magic Phase get 10 power dice, and I go ahead and I throw 5 dice onto, or 4 dice and the mushroom onto a big grave call to get some Cryptors. He stops it. I go ahead and I throw up a couple dice onto Foot of Gork. I get double 6s again. Second miscast, second turn, Foot of Gork, and it drifts off. It doesn't hit the freaking warriors. Roll 4, 4, 5, 6, do it again, get a 4. It drifts off again and only kills 3. What the hell? Inaccurate ass foot right now. Roll 4, 4, 5, or 6 to do it again. I get a 4, and I do it again. So I go ahead and I throw it on them, and it drifts off this way. Roll for 4, 5, or 6 to do it again. I get a 2, so it did nothing. I got 3 chances, and I only killed 4 dudes. That's not that great of odds. I take my miscast, and it does 1 wound onto Kabuto, and I believe it was magical feedback. So he took a wound, and my level 2 took a wound too. Doom Diver, first one, blows up. On turn 2. Come on, man. Second one, misfires and cannot shoot. It is jammed. Over here, the chariot just wiped the floor with them. Just the impact hits alone killed them. And I'm going to reform them to face off the next enemy. Over here, his hounds did not wound my skeletons. My skeletons kicked the hound's ass. And there's only one left. He's going to run. I'm going to chase him. I chase him down. And I left that guy on the floor, even though I chased, just because he's good luck skeleton. He's a good luck dead skeleton. Over here, he did 2 wounds onto Koopa. That really sucks. Koopa did 2, or I don't think Koopa wounded them at all, to be honest. That kind of sucks. And, yeah, that's a little rough right there. If I had the Dragonbane gem, I knew I could have took a flaming hit from these guys, but I didn't put the Dragonbane gem on. I put the Armor of Destiny on, and the Armor of Destiny is failing me. Over here, it shows more or less his turn. Chaos turn 2. Chaos turn 2. He's going to go ahead and charge his Hellstriders into my Doom Diver. Can't do anything about that. He's going to look at this. This is just horrendous. He's going to charge his, I believe, his Chimera. No, he's charging his BSB. His BSB is hiding behind the trees. That's what it is. Into the savages. He charges his warriors into the skeletons, and he charges his Chimera into the savages. So, and then these guys are into the Doom Diver. So these guys got in. The BSB gets in. Chimera fails, and the warriors get into the side flank here. So this is gonna hurt. And as you can see, right now I got that wall in my way, but at the same time, he also put his hounds in front of my trolls, so I don't get a side flank on anybody, and I'm kind of separated because of that wall. Magic Face, he got 3 power dice. He's gonna go ahead and throw whatever up, like regen or toughness up. I either tried to stop it or not. Didn't really matter. Over here, he's gonna go ahead and swing with his Skull Crushers. Skull Crushers kill Koopa. That sucks, man. Koopa, you're letting me down, bro. Chicken Head would have killed all three of them. I'm just saying. Over here, he only kills one dude, and then his Lord goes, and his Lord kills off 4 more, and they're gonna crumble and die. That's just side flank charge and all those 5 deaths. So they're gonna overrun, and they overrun into my savages. That sucks. Now this combat's gonna go ahead and start, and he's gonna challenge. He has to challenge. I accept with my champ. He kills my champ. 2 wounds. My champ actually hit him and wounded him too, but he had an armor save and a ward save, of course. So more or less over here, my savages kill off 1 dude here, and they end up killing off like 4 or 5 guys. But guess what? I'm steadfast, and I'm gonna stick, and he can't do anything about it. Over here, he just destroys my Doom Diver, and these guys turn around. It's gonna start off Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. I'm gonna have to charge those hounds. Okay, so I charge with the trolls. He's gonna hold. I'm gonna charge with Gorbad's unit. He's gonna hold. More or less to give me a better. After I kill, I can overrun or reform. I have a better chance at like facing his units. I decide to actually sit Gorbad back again, and this is again to try to shoot and nuke. And then I just let the trolls go in solo. So the trolls go in solo. They end up hitting this unit. And then Gorbad just kind of turns and faces this way. Over here, I move the chariots over, and the chariots are facing this way. So I got some good charges coming in on my following turn. Magic Phase, I get 12 power dice. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I go ahead, I throw up 5 on the foot. I get it off. He dispels it, actually. I think I got a really high number, too, and he doesn't have a dispel scroll. He rolls and gets 1 more than me. Are you fucking kidding me? So I decided to throw up all the dice onto Gravecall to get some Cryptors. He doesn't stop it, and I'm going to get some Cryptors up right now. Then I throw up a dice or 2 onto Hand of Gork, and I believe I don't get it off. So the Cryptors are here, more or less. I'm trying to get them to hopefully, if I get overrun, or if he chases the savages, they're going to run into the Cryptors and be stuck for a turn. So it is going to start off his turn. His Shaman goes, kills off one of my guys. His Warriors go, his Warriors kill off like 4 or 5 of my guys. His Lord goes, kills off a bunch. His BSB goes, kills off a bunch more. I am still steadfast. I killed 1 dude, and the 1 dude I killed made him 1 rank less than me, and I'm still holding, and it opened up a hole for the Cryptors. So they're going to go ahead and stick, and we'll see how that goes. Over here, the trolls just ate the dogs, and the trolls are going to go ahead and reform this way. Unfortunately, it's my turn, so on his turn, he's going to be able to fix the charges. If I wish I would have got, this would have been my turn, and I would have got a rear charge onto his warriors. And then it's going to start off his turn. Chaos turn 3. He's going to charge his Chimera into my savages. That sucks. He's going to charge his Skull Crushers into the Cryptors, and they fail charge, and the Chimera gets in. His Hellstriders are coming around my corner over here because they know that my level 2 is just inside that little cubby hole right there, and they're going to try to kill him. Magic Phase, he gets 10 power dice. This is the Magic Phase that screws me over the most. He rolls 5 dice onto plus toughness. He gets it off. I tried to dispel it. I throw like 5 or 6 dice. No, actually, I think I tried to stop the regen. And I was like, fuck it, you can have the toughness. I don't care. He goes and he rolls it. He gets a plus 3 to his toughness. So there's tough 7 warriors. Holy shit. He goes ahead and he rolls for the one that gives you regen, the Fleshy Abundance. And he gets double 6s, of course. So now they have a regen bubble. So everybody gets a plus 1 on regen that's in his bubble. And they all have, or he has plus 3 toughness. That sucks. So now it's going to start off close combat. Close combat. He's going to go ahead and kill off my warrior or my savages. I'm not even counting the dead bodies. He's killing everybody off basically with the Chimera involved in there and everything. He just annihilated that unit and it frees him up. He's basically free. It's going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 4. I'm going to charge my Cryptors into the side flank of his warriors. I'm going to charge the trolls into the front of the warriors. And I also charge the chariot from far into the warriors. So they all get in. Bam, bam, bam. That's going to be awesome. But he's fucking toughness 7. Oh, man. This sucks. So good news is the Cryptors got poison, so they could handle some stuff like that. The Trolls got puke, so I don't have to worry about hitting, and the Chariot got impacted, so all I gotta do is worry about getting sixes all around, more or less. And basically, I had to move Gorbat up, and I moved up the other Chariot, of course. And this is just to get better range. Magic Phase, I get 9 power dice. I go ahead and I roll up a bunch of dice onto Grave Call, and I choke on the Mushroom. No, I'm sorry, I don't choke on the Mushroom. Mushroom's the left one. I get it off, and I throw up some skeletons here to block up Kimmy and the BSB. I go ahead and I throw up like 6 dice and the Mushroom onto the Harbinger, trying to call up the big Terrorgeist, and he's like, oh hell no, I'm not going to let you do that. So he rolls all his dice. I think I rolled like a 24. He rolled with 6 dice. I rolled 7 dice for 24 or 25. He rolled with 6 dice, 26, like one higher than me. So he just stops my Terrorgeist from going. I throw up the rest of the dice onto Fistagork here just to beef up my Shaman, and I really didn't have much else to do. Over here, impact hits, kills one dude. Huh, pretty cool. He goes ahead and he attacks. He ends up doing 1 wound to my Trolls, and between my Trolls puking, they killed off 2 dudes. He ends up killing off my Chariot, and he doesn't. My Cryptors don't even wound, I don't think, and I'm hoping for poison attacks more or less. But I think I lost. No, I won combat in this one, but he's going to be stubborn on the Crown of Command, and he's going to stick for a round. It's going to start off his turn, Chaos turn 4. He's going to charge his BSB into the side flank of my Cryptors. He's going to charge his Kimmy into my Skeletons, and they both connect, and of course that's like super close. He moves his guys over here all the way up. He wants to get them into combat because they have fire attacks. And he ends up moving his guys over here next, like out of Gorbat's line of sight, but to protect or to attack my level 2, who's trying to call up my Terrorgeist. Magic Phase, he gets 9 power dice. He goes for the same 2 fucking spells. Curse of the Leper, gets it off. I'm trying to stop it. I'm throwing everything to stop the fucking toughness and regen. He goes for the regen. He gets it off. I'm like, what the hell? Every time he rolls the dice and I roll the dice, he's getting 1 more than me. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So he gets it off. They got +3 toughness again. Not like +1 or +2, +3. And then everybody got regen. Over here, close combat. Kimmy ate those fucking skeletons. The BSB goes. He ends up doing 2 wounds onto my Cryptors, and his warriors end up killing off one of my Trolls. It's basically going to make me lose combat. I don't think I did any damage to him. I think, yeah, I puked again, did nothing. And he's basically going to make me crumble. Oh, I'm sorry. I take it back. My Cryptors go. They do get poison attacks, and they kill off 3 dudes. And he ends up, how does this work? I think his guy's on the side flank and the BSB. Oh, the BSB was swinging last. BSB swings, does 1 wound here. And like I said, he basically wins combat, and my guys crumble on the left side, and my Trolls are running. And they run right in front of Gorbat. So now Gorbat can't even charge in if he wants to. And it's like, what the fuck, man? This sucks. Let's go start off Orcs and Goblins turn 5. Orcs and Goblins turn 5. I do not charge. I move people around. I can't charge. I have to rally the Trolls, and Trolls are in my way. And so I'm just like, well, screw it. Let's go into Magic Phase, and hopefully everybody's not in combat right now, so I can stomp on people. Foot. What happens? I get 2 on my Magic Phase. 2! Come on, man! What kind of shit is this? So I go ahead and I throw, try to do, I don't even remember what I tried to do. Probably like Graveguard or something, or Cryptors or something like that. I don't even remember. I know I used my little guy, and it didn't even matter. I have nobody in close combat, nobody to shoot. It's going to start off his turn. Chaos turn 5, he's going to charge into my... He reformed his guys to be too wide to fit into that, and he's going to go ahead and charge my level 2. Can't do anything about it. He's going to charge his guys over here into my Trolls, and that's going to happen. And he's going to... Oh, I did call up Skeletons. Skeletons are in the way over there. and he takes the dangerous terrain for the trees. He ends up losing one dude, but he gets into here, and then he gets in over here. His BSB, or I'm sorry, Chimera moves all the way over here out of the range of the boar chariot, and he moves his BSB to charge into my skeletons that were a roadblock, and he moves his warriors up. Magic Phase, he gets 4 power dice. He goes ahead and he throws it up on Curse of the Leopard, and of course, he gets it off with a +3. +3 toughness. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? These guys, they not only did they kill my shaman, they hung him upside down on the fucking rafters. So, as you can see, he's just kind of floating upwards, and it's just, yeah, that's crazy. I don't even have words for this. Made for a good picture, though. Oh, man. They killed them and they hanged them, and they were like, screw your fucking Terrorgeist. Over here, his BSB goes and kills off my skeletons. And then as for the trolls, he does have flaming weapons. He kills off one troll, does one more wound onto the other guy. My guys puke on him, and they only do 1 damage. That sucks. That really sucks. Anyways, Orcs and Goblins turn 6. Orcs and Goblins turn 6. I decide to, I believe I actually move Gorbat out. Yeah, I charged Gorbat out to kill those fucking Hellstriders. And then I charged the chariot into the side of the Skull Crushers. Chariot gets in, Gorbat gets in. It's kind of cool. Magic Phase get 10 power dice. Thanks for a fucking normal Magic Phase now when I didn't need it. I throw up 6 dice onto the foot of Gork. I don't get it off. He stops it by 1 again. Are you fucking kidding? Everything he's stopping by 1. And he has a level 2 and I have a level 4. How is that possible? Gorbat chumped these guys up. As for over here, the chariot impact hits, does 1 wound. He kills off my troll, and does 2 wounds onto another troll. My trolls go and puke and they kill off 1 dude, and he has 1 wound remaining on that last guy. It's going to start off his turn. He's going to go ahead and charge his Chimera into my chariot. Gets in. He does Magic Phase. Of course, he's going to get fucking regen or toughness or whatever. Can't stop that. He goes ahead and starts off close combat. Close combat, he kills off 1 more troll. He's like, if I could get more or less, or how did this work? Oh, that's the BSB. The BSB's in. I thought he had another guy in there. He basically knows right now that point-wise, I'm trying to kill his Skull Crusher. His Skull Crusher unit's a really point-heavy unit, so I'm trying to kill him off. So he's trying to kill my trolls before that happens. He goes ahead and he hits here. He does 2 wounds over here only. But my orcs on top of the chariot go. And I think this is still, yeah, this is his turn. So they lost their Choppa's bonus. They're going to go. They're only strength 3 or strength 4 right now. Go ahead and swing. Oh, they're strength 3, I think. Yeah, they're strength 3. They're going to go ahead and swing. Hit. Wound his freaking last Skull Crusher. That's hilarious. The fucking strength 3 guy hits and wounds, and he rolled a 1, and he ends up killing off. I mean, if he had a chance to go before the orc goes, he would have killed my trolls before my trolls got a chance to puke. But he ends up killing them off, and that pretty much happens. Over here, his BSB goes and kills off one of my trolls, and then he ends up overrunning them and killing them off. That pretty much is the end of the game. As you can see, I really don't have much to do. I got some dogs. I got Kabuto left, and I also have Gorbat left. It was a massacre for the Orcs and Goblins. I can't, again, this is another game that goes by that more or less, I know the last few games I've just been saying it. I gotta switch my list up. I'm switching my list up. This is the last game I'm putting up with this list right now. One thing that sucks for me is 2,000 points. Gorbat and Kabuto are a lot of points in the 2,000 points, unfortunately. Kabuto, I think, is really worth it. I mean, the Foot of Gork in the other game killed like 30 Graveguard, and then the other game before that, or after that, he killed like 25 Seaguard, stuff like that. I think Kabuto is definitely worth it. even for the defensiveness of having a level 4 stopping spells. But I got crushed here. I got crushed for bad angles. He got side flanks when he needed side flanks. I didn't. Um, and I got to find a way to character assassinate too, because I'm always going into these combats and I'm kicking ass and I kill a shit ton of guys, but then they have the Crown of Command, they stick around, and then they go and side flank me in the next turn, and it really sucks. So that's something that I really got to focus on, is being able to stop stuff like that. Um, Again, this is a 2,000 point game. I think that unfortunately I'm wasting too many points on not only Gorbad but his little posse to keep him alive, and that's a whole core unit, or two dog units that could be side flanking or rear charging or harassing or chaffing or making him redirect. So I think for the most part, I just need to I have to change my list. I have to take Gorbad out. Um, I have made a couple different types of lists. I like the chariots. The chariots are actually pretty decent, and honestly, beefing up the trolls back up, that was huge. They did a good job, even though they had to deal with strength or toughness 7 guys. Um, the fat man has been letting me down, letting me down, letting me down, letting me down. So he is getting replaced. And since I cut Gorbad, that allows my lords and heroes some extra points. So see the return of the chicken head. Chicken head is making his return in the next game, or the next 2,000 point game, I should say, because I'm probably gonna play a 2,500 point game next. Um, besides that, I'm gonna have to work around with the BSB now, because I'm not used to having a BSB because I'm so used to having Gorbad. So I have to have a BSB and a general, more or less, because the shaman's leadership is kind of low, actually. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoy these videos. As for my MVP of this game, it's probably that one Orc Chariot, because he killed off the last dude before he killed my trolls. That's hilarious. I actually, to be honest, the most valuable person on the whole game, on this game, was my level 2. My level 2 was pulling up chaff units. My level 2 pulled up those Cryptors. My level 2, Itchy, he just pulled up as much as he could to get in his way, and it caused him to have a lot of fights that he didn't need to have, and slowed down his army dramatically. But I like the fact that the chariot killed his last skull crusher with a strength 3 attack. Anyways, besides that, Gorbad didn't do anything. Kabuto did okay. He kind of could have done more, but yeah. And the Savages, they kind of got their ass kicked. So, part of my problem was just splitting up my forces on that wall. If I had everybody together, it would have been possibly a lot better, especially when his unit is only a fighting army. There's no real magic, no real shooting. His army is just a straight fighting army. So I should probably have my guys closer together, so that way overruns and stuff like that would be more crucial, or if my fact that my savage is stuck in combat would have been more crucial, because then I could have got side charges and all that kind of stuff on the next turn. Who knows? Probably Gorbad would have helped. Anyways, guys, hope you liked this video. If you haven't, hit like and subscribe. Do so already. And I'll be putting up more videos very soon. I got a couple more games coming in this weekend. Actually, I'm playing a lot of people I haven't played this weekend. So some new players are coming out to the dojo, and I will be posting those videos as soon as I make them. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Take care, and peace.